They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 from Bengals TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, middle.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Ravens at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? So
Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
12.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
Here we go.
2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back.
Here we go.
The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Here we go.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
11 MT.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score.
On 1, ready?
2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
What are you? Nice shot.
Jackson now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
On 1, ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11. Hot.
They go play action with Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. The 20. 5, touchdown. Zay Flowers, 50 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to get this is beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Yo.
Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Yeah, maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 101 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up. They'll send Beckham in motion right. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
DC ready?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
Here we go.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Pushing through tacklers at the 30 and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back, trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this down to the 23.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Get set.
From midfield now, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now Jackson on 2nd down, sliding out of the pocket. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Returnable here from the 38. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Hey, Alf, it's hot. Nice hot.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, 47 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
On 2, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Burrow on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
On 1, ready?
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he didn't get there. Knocked backward gets to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.